I was I was someone that I didn't care about anything. I didn't care about no one. I was selfish. I didn't even think about the things I was doing. Like I was just trying to have fun. Like my attitude towards life was I was just trying to have fun. And this might be really like shocking to the people that watch this. When I first met Kim and we started talking, she asked me if I had any life goals back then. And what I told her was, I don't have any goals. I just live life in the moment. The main thing that changed me was when you live this lifestyle of you're free and you do whatever you want. I don't think I was thinking about how much it would affect the people around me. When things started to turn sideways and when fun wasn't fun anymore, and when I saw everything turning, that's when I had to change, because the people that I loved the most in my life were suffering just because of my selfish decisions. That's why in this video, I want to talk to you guys about change.
People don't like change. You're on a little bit of the younger side, but even your own DNA may not like change. Change is what most people hate. Definitely after a certain period in your life, mid-30s, hate, and even 50% of this young crew hate because it's hardwired. Change is hard.
So during the process of change, we are going through a transition in our life. And before we even know it, we are moving from one point of our life to another. And sometimes it's hard for us to even be aware of that. But that's why change is so hard, because we don't understand that even us ourselves and the people around us, our thoughts, our emotions, getting older, stuff just starts to change. During the moments of change, we are held to a certain standard to ourselves, like expectation, right? And if we're not changing as fast as our life is, and if our mind state isn't right, then we start to become hard on ourselves. We have a lot of self-doubt, negative talk, just because we're not being the person that we should be, or having the things that we want to have. So what happens in our minds is that negative self-doubt, that the ego starts to talk, and you just start being really hard on yourself. The self-doubt, it's painful, because you are your worst critique. You criticize yourself when things aren't right. You talk shit to yourself. You bad talk yourself. All this talk. Just like everything else, there's opposite sides of the spectrum for everything, right? But change, there's also a lot of pleasure. It's exciting. There's so much room for growth and opportunity when you try to adopt change. For example, when we hit 18, or if we get our driver's license, there's so much freedom with change, because we're getting older. Or when you buy your first house, or you move into your apartment with your significant other for the first time, it's great. It's amazing. That's why I want to talk to you guys about why we should change our reaction to change.
What I know is you got to take responsibility for the space you hold here. And by that, I mean, I know that every thought that I think, every thought that I have that moves into action is going to create an opposite and equal reaction. It's the golden rule on steroids. The golden rule on steroids. It's true that as you do unto others, they will do unto you. It's already done.
The way we should try to react to change is we should consider deploying compassion and empathy to ourselves. We have to be kind to ourselves. We have to try to come to an understanding of where we're coming from, and know that it's not that easy. to change. We should be talking to ourselves as if we were like a nurturing mother or best friend. If I were to ask you, would you talk all this crap to your friend the way that you talk to yourself? Definitely not. And if you're someone that has high expectations of yourself and you know that you could be the best that you could be and you can do great things, and you hold yourself to such a high standard and expectation, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, you have to understand that you're not there yet. Why are you expecting from yourself something that doesn't even exist yet? And I mean that in the best way, because it's hard to know that you can do great, but you're not. But that's also the transitioning point in your life. You have to understand you still need to get from here to there. And then there's going to be a lot of pain and struggle between the two destinations. Change is long. It's a process. We're going to go through it our whole entire life. Why I bring up this topic to you guys in the first place is just to help you guys get through it a little better. Just know that with change comes amazing excitement and opportunity and just great things, but also on the other hand, as much as there's pleasure to it, there's just as much pain. And you have to get to those points where you have to understand that you have to embrace pain and go through the motions, and it's not going to be easy all the time, especially getting older or coming into a new season in your life, or just having to deal with really hard issues that you're not really ready for. And change plays a big part in that. And with that being said, I want to leave you guys with this quote. It may sound paradoxical, but in order to be happy, we must embrace unhappiness. The reason why I do everything that I do, making these videos, going into business for myself, presenting you guys with these ideas and topics, is because if I'm able to help you guys achieve your goals and dreams, that would make me happy. That's all I really try to do this for, because I know so many of us go through struggle and adversity in our life, and I know that a lot of us don't really have anybody to talk to about things like this, or try to root them on to do things for the better. But that's why I do all this, why I make the videos, why I'm even here in the first place. So just as much as you guys are in your life journey, I am as well. And if we could be there together, and if we're able to create a community around this that help each other, talk to each other, that would mean the world to me. And if you guys got this far into the video and you were able to listen to me just say a bunch of stuff, listen, I don't know a goddamn thing. I'm just a kid, but the fact that you guys got this far watching this video and you guys are supporting me is awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really grateful and I appreciate you. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.